皆さんこんにちは、みっちーです。ディスコエリシアムを続けていきます。前回はこの人と交渉人ネゴシエーターと、話していましたね。そのワイルドパインズのこの港を仕切っている会社と企業とユニオンの側と交渉してる人ね。ちょっとね、ドラッグ、麻薬の売買をしているという情報があってね、それを調べてくれたら、そのリンチに事件に関係する企業機密を含んだ情報を教えてくれるって言ってるんだけどね、もうしばらく前にね、その渋滞でトラックがあるところで、いろいろ人に話してたから、もう実際にもう情報を聞いてるかもしれないけど覚えてないんだよね。もうずっと前だったから。だからでもなんか言えそうだからちょっと行ってみましょう。So I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. We will take this case, probe the drivers and see what it yields. いや、これから運転手たちに、お調べに行ってみると。Excellent. She takes a long sip of tea.According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. 最低3人はドライバーがうろついてるんではないかと。この人たちがその渋滞をわざと作ったんだよね。橋を上げて、その間にちょっといろいろ話を聞いて調べてこいってね。In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. OK、じゃあ行ってみましょう。前回ね、これプラスティックティアなんだっけ、今プラスチックバッグ持ってるから瓶とか集めて金にできそうなんだよね。この壁なんだろうな、気になるな。前回スキルチェックダメだったもんな。なんか落ちてるよこれ。バッグ持ってるからこれ見えるよ、拾えるようになったのかな。さて、じゃあドライバーのとこまで戻りましょう。ほらほら、ゴミが拾えるようになった。いくらになるんだろうな。わざわざゴミ箱から。Mail collection box. This post-Laventure mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. グラフィリじゃなくてグラフィートってなんでなんだろうね。普通グラフィリじゃない？ A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. この郵便箱はグラフィートで覆われていると。正面に2つ、銃弾の穴があると。 A faint sticker on the side reads RCM Emergencies Desk number 8-100-2 with the slogan Mankind be vigilant. 何警察のエマージェンシーデスクの番号が書いてあるけど、人類を何 Vigilant 警戒せよみたいな。 Good mail delivery box あれ手が透き通ったけど The box seems happy なでなでしたら喜んでるみたいな。 Eat shit pig fucked by the coon and Saint G with a crown who have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore and base at the mailbox also. 結構いろんなひどい言葉が書かれてるね。been there なんかモラル回復したよ。 The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. どういう意味なんで郵便箱となんか対話してんの？あれ？これ今までなかった？何これ？ベルね。ドアベル。あれ？この人本屋の本屋の人じゃない？クーノーだと思ってるよ。クーノー please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this? 彼の真似する？彼の真似してみる。Fuck off, pig. I'm Kuno. I don't give a shit. Let me in. ちょっとやってみたいけどな。でも It's me. I'm investigating the Doom commercial area just like we discussed. 相談した通りに今いろいろ調べているよって。Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were. There's a spot of static that overrides her words. But the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks. 今のは本屋につながってんだ。もう出てこないね。ちょっといろいろ24-hour window company. This is an automated message. Are you experiencing a window-related emergency? 留守電みたいだね。Kim, do we have an emergency? No. For bronze taxi. Slipstream SCA. We hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe. 誰かが電話取ったようだけど何も言ってないって。Hello, is anyone there? Yes, hello, this is Tricentennial Electrics. This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static. 女性の声。なんか電気屋かな？ Have you come to place an order? She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. Her receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list. そうだよね。今鳴らしたベルは Slipstream SCA のはずだったのに。嘘つこう。Yes, I've come to place an order. My God. The lieutenant exchanges a look with you. Sorry? It's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice again. どういう意味？ My God ってまさかみたいなごめん、どういう意味ですか？君だ、あんたの声をまた聞けるとはみたいな、聞くとは思わなかった。 She must be mistaking you for someone else. 誰かと間違えてんじゃない？ Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. ちょっと流れになんだろう、 Let's go with the flow 付き合いましょう。Stand up straighter. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. 私だよ。またあんたの人生に関わりに来たよって。Michelle, just please. She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. She sounds like she's shaking. I thought you didn't care. Michelle っていう人に呼びかけてるよ。お願い。呼吸が重い。なんか結構雑音がひどいみたいだけど、なんか意味深だよね、この ancient static って。なんで電話したの？わからない。何ヶ月もいなかったのに、去ってったのに。震えてるようだ。もうもうI thought you didn't care. もう気にしてないのかと思ったって。私のことをOf course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time. もちろん心配してるよ。気にしてるよ。ただ、俺もいろいろ大変だったんだ。Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. なんか怪しいな。ここに働きに来てからもう何もかも違うんだよって。なんか変わったんだよって。私の脳 my mind 心、日本語だと心っていうかもしれないけど、心よりはなんだろう、脳の方だよね。頭の方だよね。がワイプクイーン、なんか綺麗に消し去られたっていうか、綺麗に白紙になったみたいなされてるようだって。A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged. It's so nice. また雑音でちょっと言葉が途切れる。また喋るとsubmerged ってなんか水の中にいるようだって。It's so nice. 心地いい、気持ちいい。It's so nice to be able to finally forget. やっと忘れられて素晴らしい、よかったみたい。Forget about what? She sounds like she's about to cry. 泣きそうだ。Oh God, please don't cry. She doesn't answer. You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting? Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. 返事がない。何がそんなにいいんだ？何が忘れることに何が素晴らしいんだって。沈黙？もう今聞こえるものは雑音と波の音だけだと。どうしよう。I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. 分かったよ。俺と話したくないんでしょ。誰も俺と話したくないんだって。Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here staring at the silent call box. もう全然返事ないね。It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient. いや、なんか怪しいよ。なんか怪しいよ。Alright, it's a goodbye then. ちょっともう一回。あ、ダメだ。なんか怪しい。Fortress Accident SCA ってどういう意味だろう。Silence, no one's home. 誰も出ないね。East Delta Pinball. Empty card. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it. このベルはカードが何も名前が載ってないみたいだね。This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet. He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. 新しそうだ。でも誰かがカードを取った。面白い。本屋のミステリーもまだね、中途半端だよね。よし、この人に話してみよう。
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. 君は麻薬のこと知ってそうな人だなって。聞いてみる？Oh man, me and narcotics go way back. He folds his hands behind his head and leans back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know. 俺とドラッグはもう長い付き合いだってね。But he pauses, letting the memory dissipate. Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, man? だが、その日々はもうとっくに置いてきたと。他のアディクションがあると。なぜ聞く？I need to get high and I'm looking for a dealer. ハイになりたいんだよ。ディーラー知らないか？ Hey man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me? Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit. Usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud. おいおい、結構犯罪的な内容じゃないか。俺をエントラップメントしようとしてんのかって。エントラップメントはね、その警官とかが、相手に相手が本来は犯さない犯罪を起こすように挑発するっていうか騙すっていうか、それでそれを犯罪をしたところで捕まえるっていうね、騙し。Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. この人は正直に言っていいかな？ The lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. そうそう、葛城警部も説明してくれてますね。俺は関係ないよって、問題なんて起こしたくないと。それがなくても今ひどい状況なんだからね。Wait, then why are you still hanging around? Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then? Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. じゃあ誰がドラッグトレードやってるんだって。 おいおい、俺はこのラブ町の犯罪組織とは関わらないようにしてると。俺は来客？客なんだよって。他を当たってくれ。まあいいか。他にもいたかな。あれ？他にいない？何これ？ White tank top。 こいつしかいないよね。あー、この人もいたよ。The woman still has her eyes。 あ、この人なんかぼーっとしてるね。
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. 指を snap your fingers。 日本語でなんて言うの？ snap your fingers。 これこれで起こした。どこにいる？私はどこにいる？あんた誰だって。 I was actually hoping you could tell me that。 あなたが教えてくれると期待してたんだ。
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
When else would you be
Back
then?
in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boydero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
なんか 50s って多分レボリューションのが起きてる中にまだまだ住んでる気が、その時代を生きている妄想してんのかな。
Until you come along, that is. Why not, Herife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos and knickknacks line the dashboard. この人どうなんだろうな。What are you hauling? 何を運んでるの？ Diamonds. Really? ダイヤ? Of course not, she says, grinning. But wouldn't it be marvelous if it was? もちろん違うよ。でもそうだったら素晴らしいでしょ。Okay, but what are you really hauling? 本当には何を運んでんだ？ She shrugs. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. 何を運んでるかわからないんだね。じゃあこの人かもしんないね。So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. そういうのを気にすることはもう昔やめたよ。私は荷物のためにこれを運転してるんじゃないんだよってわかるだろうって。わかんないよ。I don't think I do know what you mean. Of course you don't. ちょっともう一回。I guess that makes sense, minding your own business. Of course it does. ドラッグのこと聞いてみるか。You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare. 私にドラッグはなぜ必要なんだって。私が見ること、感じること。Great adversary ってなんだろう。ドラッグなんか叶いもしないよって。Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? If you don't know, she flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. 知らないん どうやって俺はそういう経験をできるんだって。知らないんだったら知らないんだったら教える必要もないみたいな感じだよね。I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. ドラッグをちょっと運んでくれないか。興味ある？ Why would I want to do that? For the glory of the World Republic, liberation of the spirit and body. And what in the name of God are you talking about? 彼女はドラッグのことあんま気にしないみたいだね。でも何を運んでるかも気にしてないから知らないで運んでる可能性もあるよね。あともう一人いるって言ってたね。3人はいるって言ってたもんね。コイン。ここにもコイン。この人がそのリーダーじゃない？
Bastards! We have a right to work!
スキャブって言ってたのはこの労働者たちのことかな。ユニオンの。
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here. みんな気をつけろ。警察が来たぞみたいな。さっき俺たちは働く権利があるって叫んでたね。
You're to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
俺たちを警官をあまりよく思ってないね。だいたいこういうカーズってカーズって何て言うんだろう。動機動機じゃないな。なんて言うんだろうな。何か目的がある人たちはだいたい警官は潰そうとするんでしょうってみたいな。Okay then, I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work. Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
そうだね。ユニオンがストライクしてて、こいつらは働かせろって言ってんだよね。で今はそうだね。別に警官俺たちはあんたは反対してるわけじゃないよって。よし、それは良かったって。俺たちはそう違わないよって。そんなに違わないよって。そして俺たちが話してるのを見られるのはいいことだと。警官が俺たちの肩をついてるって見えるって。まあ質問しましょう。Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
あいつらに質問した方がいいんじゃないか。例えばなぜ俺たちは働けないのか、給料を作れないのか。
We have families to feed, you piece of shit!
家族を養う家族がいるんだよ。
So do we, scab!
俺たちもだって。Call me mañana。前回出てきたよね、その名前。誰がこの人あれそのネゴシエーターさんがこの人の話してたよね。どうしよう。I want to get in the harbor too. Have fun, he snorts. Union jets are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? 俺も港に入りたいんだ。あ、ここ港じゃないんだ。ここ通らないといけないんだ。頑張れよって楽しめよって。このユニオンのやつらクソ野郎はみんなストライクなんだ。通さないと思うぞ。あいつらのデブのボスと話したいのか、会いたいのか。I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there. I know nothing about a murder. His reply is snappy and terse. その殺人のことで聞き回ってるんだ。殺人なんて何も知らないぞって。何もか Absolutely nothing? Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work. He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you. It's shameful, cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. 警官もっとバックアップ援護連れてきてゲートを開けてくれるべきだと。これは犯罪なんだよって。This really isn't my area of expertise. 俺の管轄じゃない。We're not picking a side in this just yet, sir. まだ肩をつかないと。Pity, he turns around and bellows at the gates. Let us work. さっきのやつはあれあいつ。あ、こいつか。顔に間に合わない。
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with flask he reaches for from time to time. Scab って呼ばれてるけど。What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Scab はなんだろう、生き残るためしか考えてないミミズのようなもんだって。Worm。もう俺たちの仕事をもっとクソみたいな安い給料で働きに来て、俺たちもあいつらもお互いなんだろう、screw us over、お互い苦しめるって、お互いダメなもっとひどい状況にするって、みんなが負けるんだよ。Hold on, where did they all come from? どっから来たの？
Somewhere in the ground, I think.
知らん。地面のどっかからでしょう。ミミズみたいにってこと。You don't seem to like them much. あまり気
Gotta
に
be
入らない
bloody
みたいだね。
stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of. Scab をする。なんか verb になってるね。Scab するにはバカか悪じゃないといけないんだろう。それか怯えてるのか。何に？
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
私的には Scab するよりはbeg ねだる、なんて言うんだろう、ホームレスが金をねだるみたいな方が、その方がなんだろう、いいと。Have you tried talking to them? 話してみたの？
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
説明したけどあいつら聞かないんだ。でかいやつ Big guy さっき話したやつねがなんだろう riling up 巻き上げるなんだろうおいお前らみたいなstoke the fire みたいな火をつけるなければみんなもう帰ってるんじゃないかって。I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
からかってる？
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Show him your stolen card. Now has arrived the perfect moment. どういう意味？警官がスキャブするの見たことないよって想像してみろ。警官たちがストライクして、そして他の警官が来て、俺たちに警官させろ、もっと安く。そんなことありえないみたいな。盗んだカードを見せてみろって。今が
Speaking of,
その時だ
what
みたい
brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
な。I'm actually a worker like you guys. Show him the stolen card. カードを見せてみる。The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card, then at you again. He looks at his flask for a moment. But that's not you, officer. そのカードを見て、なんだろう、証明書 ?ID カード。店で盗んだよね。寝てるやつから。それを見て、俺を見て、またカード見て、また俺を見て。だけど、あなたじゃないでしょう、警官さん。It's an old picture. 古い写真なんだ。From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago John? 古い写真？あなたが警官じゃなくて、なんだろう、ガタイの、ヘビーセット、なんだろう、体がでかい黒人のダークスキン、黒人っていうわけじゃないな、皮膚が暗いっていうことだからね、茶色かもしれないし、まあのドッグワーカーサンティエゴ・ジャーンっていう名前のかって、スパニッシュ系かな、メキシコ系とかわかんないYes そうだよって Highly unlikely. I've known John for several years now. Also, you told me you're a cop, remember? How did you get a shift card? おいおい、ドラマさん、お前が言ったんでしょ、見せろってそれは違うでしょ。ジャーンはもう何年も知ってるんだ。しかもお前は警官だって言ったんだろう。覚えてないのかってどうやってそのカード手に入れたんだ。It was like a sign the wind deposited before my feet. I feel a closeness to this person. 何かのサインのように風が俺の足元に置いてったんだ。この人と何か近親感を感じると。Yes, he nods solemnly. The city has a way of pairing souls. John's been out drinking himself blind. He should be more careful, that Johannes. Can I have the card? No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers. まだ彼がカードをもらっていいかって。でも自分の何かが直感がいやまだ使えるかもしれないと。No, I'm afraid the card's evidence is an ongoing investigation. 調査のために必要なんだ。Oh, is my friend in some sort of trouble? Who knew? I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. 友達が何か問題なのか。そうなのか。私たちは殺人を調査しに来たんだ。Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. 殺人か。結構大仕事みたいだね。俺がそんなこと俺はそんなことしないぞみたいな。なんて言うんだろう。ちょっと違うな。俺が殺人を調査してるとこはもう一生見ないだろうみたいな。大変すぎるから。どうしよう。It's actually very fun and easy. 本当は実際はとても楽しくて簡単だよ。I don't believe you. Post 11 Churro said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. He shakes his head at the memory. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands. 信じないよって。その郵便局かなもう同じことを言ったと。郵便配達させようとして楽しいし簡単だよって言ってただ歩くだけだよ。頭を振る。そうではなかった。この港での方がうまくやってるよ。ユニオンの、メンバーとしてとてもフリータイム自由時間が多いしね。ストライクしてるからね。I need to know what's behind these gates. いや、もう行こうか。こう上行けるみたいだね。A notice. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. ストライクが起きたらガードの後ろのボタンを押せと。A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. The future belongs to Measurehead. もうなんかでかいやつがいるよ。Everyone should try to be more like Measurehead. There's no lockpicking. なんか読めない。なんかバグった。Measurehead って誰？こいつか。
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
ああ、でかい巨人ってこいつのことか。会ってもいないのにさっきこいつの話してたもんね。
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
どういう意味だ？なんかファンクラブがいるね。degeneracy 退化？お前の体はその degeneracy を表してるぞって。What do you mean?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
アルグーに屈した？意味がわかんない。His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat. 死んだネズミの匂いを嗅いでるように彼の顔はなんだろう剣を示してる。
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
何酔っ払ってるからアルコールのこと？ Kim, is it really so bad? 本当に臭いか？良くないって。It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned. どうしよう。
Yes, alcohol.
アルコールのことね。Understood.
I doubt it. My microcephalic race, so.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the
No, you
harbor.
don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
この人大丈夫？わかんない。The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
何？人種のこと言ってる？アクシデントハプログループってよくわかんないけど。あなたたちは以前はかつては誇り高い人種だったはずだって。
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
なんか白人の文化のことを語ってるような感じだよね。もうそのかつてはね、そういろんな文明発達させたり、ユージェニクスっても書いてるけど、ユージェニクスってユージェニクスは人種をコントロールするっていうか、良くない人種は消し去っていい人種だけを栄えさせるみたいな電気とかね、強い武器とか飛行機とかいろんなことを発達させたけど、今はそのその上昇はもう止まってしまったと。もう寂しさとfrivolous 寂しさと軽薄、くだらないポップカルチャーにしか興味はなくなってると。取りつかれてるような夢中だ。
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
あなたたちはもう置き換えられる。 superseded。 もう時代は終わったんじゃないっていう感じだよね。他の人種に超えられるんじゃないか。
It is, baby. Yeah, you know it.
何この声。 There's a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. ストライクの場合はボタンを、でかいやつ、巨人の後ろのボタンを押せって書いてあったよね。押せないよな。Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. 20センチ後ろに歩いて 欲しいだけだって。
It is my task to keep the degenerate Khans from entering the army.
押してみる？
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonite Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
結構なんか哲学的なことも言ってるよね。哲学じゃないかなんだろう、今を殴ったけど全く動かなかったね。そうだ、なんだろう、戦争をけしかけて世界戦争をまた始めたらいいよって。そしたら我々がお前らを打ちのめして、お前たちが消え去った後に博物館を建ててやると。その壁はお前らの大好きなアルコールのボトルで並べてなどなどなど、すごいな、迫力あるな。
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
彼の考えを受け入れてみるかって。Right, good idea. The best idea. カード見せられるけど、これ、スキル。これいけるね。
Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
よし。
Ask what kind of races are there first. Classification is core to this stuff.
どんな人種があるかまず聞けと。
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you? The lieutenant looks at you. 私はこの世界に新しいんだ。この人種に関して教えてくれと。どういう人種があるんだ。I do.
There are 3 categories of race.
Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF, race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? どういう意味？ pederasty って何？百姓か。初めて聞いたよ、pederasty って。タイプ A が英雄的な人種。タイプ B がservile、なんだろう、servant って使えるものだから、上のものに使える人種。そして CF か何かわかんないけど、Type A.
Those are the Seminese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course.
初めて聞く言葉が多分作られてる言葉が多いと思うけど。
The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stad, Skanal, and Bredefort. wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hat. Okay, got it. Who are Type A then in your view? There's the Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Ceresni of Surla Clef, and even the North Königsteiners all have Type A race propensities. いろんな国のことを指摘してるけど、そこのこことこことこことここの人たちはタイプ A の人種のクオリティがあるって。The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. He draws his finger across his face. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. ね、通訳もちょっと諦めますここは。And who are the Semines and Areopagites in this? As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semines and the Areopagite are on the ascent. これなんかastrology 占星術みたいなに使うような単語を使ってるね。retrograde とか ascent とか。What's the difference between the Semines and the Areopagites? The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semines are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the super isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery. 結構哲学的だねやっぱりいろんな人種の違いに関してすっごい考えてる。Then he continues, the latter is perfected in adapting. Together they form the Semino-Areopagite or Semiopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world. Type B. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored people. The Koikos of Grad, Yugos Simstedal, are what you would call white officer in a suspect description. You said Koikos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Yes, to an untrained eye, the Kajiko って書いてるけど、さっき I みたいに発音してたかな。Koiko appear white and pinkish. 白人のこと Like a ham sandwich, but look into their eyes and you will see. He squints, full of sage wisdom. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin, unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Ghul and smoking the degenerate tabac herb and for eating potato. 白人のピンク、ちょっとピンクっぽい肌のことに語ってるね。タバコを吸ってる、アルコールも飲んで何百年も戦争して他の文明を支配してとか、あとジャガイモを食べる。The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with patat. Potatoのことか。The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates like political amoeba. Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates? 皆さんこれはただねリスニングの練習に使ってください自分も結構噛んでるけど。 And the Vacholiers you mentioned? Ravacholians. あ、今 Ravachol だよね。 Halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet. Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but this seems a little off. 82,000人なの2000年の人類の歴史なのなんか違うんじゃないどうしよう What was this revolution? The revolution came to Ravachol from Grod in Sarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes, a soft sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucinations, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoikhoi to the Occidentals. He pauses in theoretical self-reflection. But not sexually, probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. なんかやけにポテト、じゃがいもにこだわるね。Occidental って西洋っていう人ってことかな。Enough of type B mediocrity, he nods, satisfied with the outcome. Type B はもうなんか平凡って感じなんだね。The vile CF raised cauldron of pederasty, please. あ、C から F なんだ。Type CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. 結構ひどく思ってるな。こいつらのに興味を持ってるってことだけでも心配すると。Chimeric experiments? Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a Mesk woman and a Seminese man, only possible if the mother is Mesk and the father is Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile like a donkey. He looks west ruefully. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair. マリアチの音楽ってメキシコの音楽だよね。It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring. なんか下等生物みたいなミックスされた人種すごい嫌ってるみたいだね。ハーフね、ハーフとか。まあいいか。Yes, it is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory? 全部種類のこと話したから私はもう Advanced Race Theory を理解できてるかと。人種のセオリー人種論みたいな。 You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. お前は何も分かっていないと。How do I word the mystery? You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. 何なんかクエストになったよ。これは考えてからまず考えてからまた戻ってきなさいみたいな。これは-1これまだこれ今なんか Breakthrough Imminent って書いたよね。もう少しでなんかブレイクスルーしそうだって書いてあるけど、何しないといけないの？何したらこれソリューションになるの？Rigorous self-critique. You're one sorry piece of shit, a cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. Criticize yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Advanced race theory. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement, Quakos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden mounds grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving subkips and the seal-like cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something drawing nearer, nearer. 1時間40分でこれできそうだね。Endurance が上がる。ちょっとこれ見せて。Endurance。あ、レベルアップした。Endurance 低いからこれ忘れちゃっていいかな。ちょっと待って。どうしよう。スキルポイント上げるか。これ一つアンロックしてみるか。OK。ほいほいほい。これもうすぐ終わる。あと1時間3分で終わる。ドライバーまだ3人目見つけてないけどな。こいつもタトゥーしてる。何 ID カード見せる？ Don't be such an asshole to your fellow dock worker. Show him the stolen ID card. The man looks at you silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul. You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the Schizophrenic impaired can see this. お前はサンティアゴじゃない。サンティアゴはお前じゃないって。見つけたマグ見せてみるか。マグカップね。Know anything about it? 全然興味ない。そのタトゥーはどういう意味だって。Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. Welcome to Revachol, you hear him yell at a red-headed woman visiting the fleet nearby. He must think redheads are immigrant. どういう意味? I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. Phrenologic ってどういう意味? Phrenology は細骨にそう頭の脳の頭かな頭の形と大きさを調べる学問みたいなそれで人の性格や頭脳のアビリティを頭脳のなんだろう範囲っていうかなんかわかんないなをスタディを調べる学問みたいな。The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudoscientific ambitions. One thing, however, is it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism, and his earlobes could be smaller. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata. That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes plenty. Babe, thanks. The tattoos on his stone face briefly form a smile, but I got this. ぶってみるか 8%。 いやちょっともう一回、タトゥーのことで耳たぶが大きすぎるよって。The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this. まあいいか。じゃあ時間経ったらまた行こうか。何 Thought complete, white morning. お、終わったよ。And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them up from here. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him, make him smaller, make him less you. 何その小さいやつがもっとどんどん小さくなっていく人形の世界に。Plus 20% zoom out distance. All motorics learning caps raised by 1. ズームアウトがもっとできるようになった。これを忘れられない。忘れるためにもスキルポイント必要なんだ。マジかよ。
方ないな。アルコールあるよ。あれ？あ、これもう見たね。服装がまた増えたね。うん。あれ？あ、ドラマはエンタだったか。まあまあまあ。よし、じゃあちょっと終わりたいんだけど、ちょっと長くなってきたから。でも3人目を見つけたいんだよ。3人目。こいつ酔っ払いのやつじゃなかった？
Welcome to Revachol. Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
なんかレバチョようこそってキスラギ警部を外人のようによそ者のように挨拶したけど、俺の家系の方が3000年前から来たんだって、いるんだって。あんたの先祖は300年前しか来てないんだよって。
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
あんたのような人たちがレバチョを真っ二つに分けてるんだよって。アメリカみたいだな。でもさ、こいつドラッグ密入してんじゃない？ちょっとあいつの肩取ってみようか。
I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
なんか初めて動揺してるっていうか結構そういうのにセンシティブなんだね。なんか急に静かになったよ。
The stench is getting unbearable. Is there a reason you're bothering me?
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astro Whites. オイルの匂いとタバコの匂い、Astro Whites。マッグ見せよう。Is this yours? 何笑い始めたよ。Is it yours? God damn. He wipes the tears from his eyes. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. He doesn't live in Martinez. What are you hauling? 何を運んでんの? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Dingo?
何かを隠す時に言うような答えだな。Apples. Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs? ドラッグに関してどう思う? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on his cigarette. ドラッグなんてクソだよ。俺の体は汚さないんだって。タバコを吸いながら言う。Why not? You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safri, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. あいつ他の国のやつらがね、俺たちにドラッグを売って弱らせて、そのお金でもっとね、向こうの製造業に力入れてるんだよと。Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds, then... I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on a cigarette. 怪しい。俺同感だよ。この毒をレバ町のからに入れないようにするのが私たちの責任でしょって、責務だろって。なんか2秒ぐらいどう答えていいかわからないようにこっちを見てた。俺は何も知らないぞ。でも知ってても言わないぞ。Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other camionneurs have left. なんでまだここにいるんだ？そしたら。What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. 近くの大きいローリーの近くにこぼされた箱がたくさんあったよって。I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Did you know what happened? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. He takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. そのトラックの人がKipped boys なんか小僧どもに鍵を割られて荷物盗まれたみたいだね。それで仕事をなくしたって、クビにされたって。彼とよくジェネリクスのことでよく話してたみたいだけど。If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry? こいつらが Whirling in Rags の中で酔っ払ってたんだったら、どうやって誰がそのトラックに入り込んだかわかるのな。If you all were at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry? What, aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? It's not rotor sirens, man. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? お前じゃないんだったら誰がドラッグを運んでるって。Isn't it obvious? fucking ceiling, that beady-eyed South Cimarron. He spits on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. 誰 Ceiling. Where do I find him? Just follow the smell. It smells like apricots and oil when you're nearby. The lorryman lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor. Yes, where is he? これどこだ？匂いを追えばわかるよって。アプリコットと油の匂いするよって。Looks like I offended your partner there. He doesn't look at the lieutenant. Too bad. Ceiling's usually a little bit south of here near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner. Then another puff of that cigarette. He's your man, all right. 100%. ああ、こいつ本当にレイシストだね。人種差別的な考えを持ってるね。彼の人たちはtribe は自然の嘘つきだ。直訳変だな。生まれつきの嘘つきだみたいな。その血に漂ってるんだって。その嘘をつく習慣が絶対あいつだ 100%。 I wouldn't be so sure about it, not until we've heard what Ceiling himself has to say. まあ会ってみるか。こいつを信じるかどうかは別として。はい、では手がかりをまた見つけたので、今回はここで終わりましょうかな。はい、まだ夜です。まだ1日目。お疲れ様でした。じゃあ Thank you for watching again and see you in the next video. Bye bye.